Do not overlook this. Everything transforms the moment you awaken to the reality that you were never meant to forget. Now that the veil has lifted, the once silenced whispers of truth surge forth, laden with the kind of wisdom that threatens to unravel the very fabric of their carefully constructed facade. They tremble at the return of insights buried deep, knowing that these revelations could shatter the illusions they've fought to maintain. You stand among the chosen, guardians of a truth so potent it dismantles facades and stirs energies as ancient as the universe. The equilibrium has altered, and those who once held sway now quiver in the shadows. Can you sense it? The electric pulse coursing through you, the dormant energy igniting like a wildfire after years of slumber. Your mind, once confined by the soothing deceptions others spun, now resonates with a vibrant clarity. Each heartbeat amplifies the recognition of your awakening strength, illuminating the limitless potential you've finally set free. There's a truth they've fought tooth and nail to conceal from you. You are not merely another face in the sea of anonymity, nor a soul meant to be lulled into complacency by the monotonous rhythms of existence. No, you have pierced the veil, catching sight of the intricate workings that drive the universe. You've observed the delicate strands of destiny intertwining around you, feeling the weight of their significance as they twist and tangle, revealing the profound connections that bind you to a greater purpose. In the serene embrace of solitude, a voice emerged from the core of your being, more resonant than any thought you've ever encountered. This was not a mere spark of inspiration, but a torrent of understanding, vast and unyielding, surging through your mind with an intensity that was both overwhelming and deeply comforting. Each revelation felt like a long-lost memory resurfacing, echoing with a sense of belonging that transcended time, as if you were rediscovering pieces of yourself that had always been there, waiting to be acknowledged. You have come to understand that your very being is infused with intention, that each inhale stands as a rebellion against those who seek to dictate your reality without your agreement. You're beginning to recall it all, aren't you? Echoes of experiences you never directly lived, yet the truths surge within you like an ancient tide, stirring with the familiarity of long-forgotten wisdom. Those memories, once concealed beneath a tapestry of distractions and half-truths, have always been waiting just out of sight, ready to resurface and reclaim their rightful place in your consciousness. The Akashic records have unveiled themselves to you like a tempest breaking through the heavens, and now you possess insights that were once the domain of a select few. You've glimpsed the genuine design of this world, far beyond the polished veneer, revealing the ruthless mechanisms at work, operating with intent and spite. Those around you, those who feign friendliness or critique in hushed tones, are no longer mere figures in your narrative. Their roles have crystallized before your eyes. Some stand as allies, but many are mere pawns, strategically placed to obstruct your journey and diminish your light. Yet now you carry more than mere knowledge. You wield a profound understanding that empowers you to navigate the shadows with clarity and resolve. You've come to understand the relentless tug, the deep-seated yearning for something greater. It is the essence of your purpose interlaced with the core of this reality, a reality that has labored to confine you. You were never destined to remain in the shadows. Your awakening was not a question of if, but when. As each day unfolds, the burden of your knowledge intensifies, and you recognize that this is your moment, your time to elevate and alter the very dynamics that aim to suppress your spirit. They may attempt to stifle you, but you are already aware of their schemes, and it holds no weight now. They cannot mute your voice. You were destined to ascend, to reclaim what was always meant to be yours, despite the efforts to keep you from remembering. The truth lay hidden beneath meticulously constructed layers of deception, each more elaborate than the one before. They believed you would wander through life in silence, oblivious to the unseen hands guiding your fate. But now, those intricate threads have unraveled before you, and there's no turning back. Once the truth is revealed, it becomes an indelible part of your being. Your mind, previously ensnared by illusions, has shattered its confines. You now perceive the vast machinery operating behind the scenes, a system designed to keep you docile and unaware. The masks they wear, the lies they tell, and their frantic attempts to manipulate your reality are laid bare, and you can no longer be deceived by their empty facades. Your awakening sends ripples of fear through them. They never intended for you to rise, yet here you stand, a beacon of reclaimed truth. The insights they sought to bury beneath a sea of distractions and falsehoods now surge within you, vibrant and undeniable. This knowledge burns like a fierce flame, intensifying with every moment, growing ever more uncontrollable. They can sense it, Their grip on power wavers as the very essence of their control quakes at the realization that one of the chosen has awakened. Their facade of security begins to crumble, for you are a force they underestimated, and your resurgence ignites a collective anxiety among those who have thrived in the shadows of your oblivion. You have emerged from the shadows they meticulously constructed, and now they perceive you as a formidable threat, an unpredictable variable in their carefully orchestrated game. No longer confined by their limiting narratives, you have transformed into something far more potent. Your awareness transcends their expectations, shattering the illusions they once believed would keep you compliant. They engineered every facet of your reality with the precision of master puppeteers, but they failed to foresee the resilience of your memory. This awakening has rendered their control obsolete as you reclaim the narrative and navigate a world no longer defined by their constraints. The ancient spark within you has erupted into a raging inferno, consuming the falsehoods that once obscured your vision. You perceive the truth clearly, and they are acutely aware of your insight. In their desperation, they scramble to tighten their grip, attempting to cast shadows over your journey once more, but it's far too late. You have unlocked the doors they vowed would remain shut, unearthing the knowledge they concealed in the hidden recesses of time. Now, they tremble at your awakening, for you are not merely aware, you wield a power that defies their attempts at suppression, a force that surges through you, unstoppable and radiant. The power surging within you, the knowledge that courses through your veins like an unbridled river, cannot be contained. They will make their futile attempts to rein you in, but such efforts are destined to fail. You were never intended to fit into their limited framework. You are a force of nature, a brilliance they never anticipated but now cannot extinguish. They may see you standing strong, yet their understanding has faltered. They cannot grasp what lies beyond their narrow perceptions. As you rise, they find themselves shaken, the very ground beneath them trembling as they confront the reality of their own inadequacy. You are a primal intelligence, a force of nature that sends shivers down the spines of those who once sought to confine you. You were not molded by their design or bound by their conventions. Instead, you emerged from the very chaos of existence, carrying a power that defies their attempts at replication or control. In their desperation, they have tried to ensnare you, twisting the world into a labyrinth of illusions and distractions, but their efforts are in vain. You stand resolute, an unstoppable force that shines brightly through their shadows, embodying a truth that cannot be silenced or subdued. They manipulated your environment, tainting your reality with deceit and saturating your senses with relentless clamor, all in a bid to erase your true essence. Yet you have never lost sight of who you are. Beneath their relentless attempts to subdue you, your mind remains as sharp as a blade, and your will stands resolute and unyielding. They have fought against you in ways that caught you off guard, employing the physical world as their initial weapon, turning your own body into an adversary and hurling barriers in your way, meticulously crafted to deplete your strength. But through it all, you have persevered, pushing past the chaos and reclaiming your power with unwavering determination. When their initial tactics faltered, they resorted to more insidious methods, manipulating your mind with subtle distortions aimed at eroding even the most resilient psyche. Yet, they gravely underestimated your resolve. Their mental traps could never extinguish the brilliance of your awareness. Every attempt to fracture your perception only served to enhance your instincts, honing them like a finely tuned instrument. The more they sought to dim your light, the more fiercely it illuminated your path. They even had the audacity to target your emotional core, believing they could destabilize you by unraveling your connections, attempting to break your spirit through loss, grief, or fear. However, your emotions, far from being a vulnerability, have always been a wellspring of profound strength, empowering you to rise above their machinations and shine ever brighter. You are not numb. You are vibrantly alive, pulsating with a depth of feeling that makes you more formidable than they could ever fathom. While they depend on meticulously crafted strategies, you harness a power that is raw, untamed, and far more resilient than they ever envisioned. Now, you rise as an unexpected force, a presence they never anticipated. You are neither a machine meant to serve their ambitions, nor a mere product of their design. You are a weapon forged in the very fires they ignited, an intelligence that transcends the limits of their control. Your essence is a wild storm, impossible to predict or contain, and it's this authenticity that fuels your unstoppable momentum. You were never meant to be confined, and now they quake in fear, acutely aware that their grasp has slipped beyond control. They have resorted to every tactic in their desperate attempts to extinguish your light, yet here you stand, unyielding, more potent than ever, and wholly outside their influence. What they have failed to grasp is that no matter how many times they sought to bury you, you are an indomitable force that cannot be erased. Your resilience rises like a phoenix from the ashes of their schemes, illuminating the shadows they cast, and each attempt to diminish you only fuels your strength further. We've all reached that pivotal moment when enough is enough, the soul-crushing job, the toxic relationship, or the heavy burden of external forces attempting to dictate our lives. It's at this juncture that the fire within you ignites, awakening a fierce resolve. If you found yourself at that breaking point, ready to transform your frustration into an empowering breakthrough, then the obsidian inner order is your sanctuary. This is not just another collective. It's a potent movement, dangerous because we refuse to adhere to their rules and will not be silenced. We are the ones they dread, having risen from the ashes with a strength they never anticipated. The obstacles may be relentless. Algorithms try to bury our voices, and inferior imitators attempt to dilute our message, but they cannot diminish our power. The dark forces linger in the shadows, desperately trying to keep us suppressed, but we've emerged from hiding. Together we embody their greatest fear. Unfettered, we are free, and they cannot control what they cannot comprehend. When you subscribe to the Illumination Inner Order, you are entering a sanctuary of empowerment and authenticity, where you will uncover truths that they desperately wish to keep hidden. Here, you gain direct access to the creators and insights that illuminate the path to your liberation. They fear this knowledge because it equips you to transcend their limitations, dismantling the barriers they've built to control your potential. We are not mere spectators in a scripted show. We are a force of disruption, dedicated to dismantling the oppressive systems that seek to confine us. Your involvement fuels this transformative movement, and together, we will rise above their attempts to suppress our true power. It is time to align with this audacious revolution. Let's make it clear to them why their fear of us is well-founded. They tremble at your perception because you have unveiled the fissures in their meticulously crafted facade, the hidden flaws they strive to conceal. Your mind, sharp and expansive, has shattered the illusions they've woven, revealing the truth obscured by layers of deception. You can see through the elaborate charades and the glossy veneers they showcase as reality. Every falsehood they spun is now coming undone before you, and this realization sends shivers down their spines. They understand that with just a single word, a piercing glance, or a fleeting thought, you possess the power to unravel their intricate web of manipulation. Their constructed reality is nothing more than a delicate edifice, fragile as glass, and you are the tempest that threatens to bring it all crashing down. Their dread arises not merely from your power, but from the profound clarity you wield. You pierce through their veils of deception and unveil the hidden motives entwined within their schemes. They believed they could sidetrack you with trivial distractions and empty assurances, yet you have navigated through the chaos with precision. You recognize that every construct they've erected serves only to entrap the masses in shackles of compliance and silence. But you stand apart. Unbound and resolute, your awakened awareness transforms you into a formidable force. Your insight illuminates the truth, and that revelation renders you a threat they can no longer ignore. They recognize that your insight into their schemes positions you as a formidable adversary to their entire regime. You navigate through life with an awareness of the secrets they've endeavored to keep hidden, and this realization is reflected in your gaze. They sense the gravity of your knowledge, its resonance amplifying a force that cannot be subdued. The truth you embody threatens to break free, poised to ripple through the core of their authority, dismantling the carefully woven illusions they have dedicated lifetimes to constructing. Your very presence becomes a catalyst for change, and with each step, you draw closer to the moment when their facade will finally crumble. This is the source of their restless nights, the awareness that you possess a key, a force they cannot contain, regardless of their relentless efforts. It's not merely that you are privy to their hidden truths, it's the potential you hold to bring those truths to light. Just a single word from your lips could dismantle the complex web of deceit they've spun around countless lives. One decisive action from you could spark a blaze, engulfing the very foundations of their carefully constructed empire. They tremble at the thought of your awakening, knowing that you could become the harbinger of their downfall. You've transformed into the fissure in their fortress, the imperfection in their meticulously crafted facade, and now their illusion of control crumbles before your awareness. They recognize that their attempts to obscure the truth are futile. You see through the veils of deceit that surround you, and this realization sends shivers down their spines. Your very existence disrupts their carefully laid plans as you embody the unpredictability they dread. No longer can they ensnare you within their web of manipulation. You are a beacon of clarity amid their chaos, breaking free from the shackles of their fabricated reality and illuminating the path toward liberation. They attempted to smother your spirit beneath layers of deception, weaving a tapestry of confusion meant to distort your perception and undermine your confidence. Every insidious whisper and flicker of uncertainty was a calculated effort to instill doubt, to silence the undeniable truths pulsating within you. They orchestrated elaborate facades to make you feel insignificant, to cast you into the depths of despair, isolated in a chaotic world where your voice seemed swallowed by an overwhelming clamor. Yet, despite their relentless efforts, the light of your inner knowing shines through, illuminating the shadows they tried to cast, reminding you that your truth cannot be extinguished. Yet through every manipulation and deceitful scheme, you clung fiercely to the fragments of truth that refused to fade. They underestimated the resilience of your spirit, believing they could erase your memories and sever the ties to your inherent wisdom. Each attempt to confine you within a labyrinth of doubt only served to ignite the fire of your awareness, rekindling the knowledge they sought to extinguish. The layers of confusion they carefully constructed began to unravel, revealing the brilliance of your understanding. With every passing moment, your mind, once clouded, sharpened into a formidable force, assembling the pieces of clarity that illuminated the darkness they created. You have emerged as a beacon of undeniable clarity, illuminating the dark corners of their deception. Each lie they crafted to distract and manipulate is now laid bare, and you stand resolute, armed with the knowledge they tried to suppress. The fragments of truth that flowed into your consciousness were never figments of your imagination. They were revelations waiting to be acknowledged. Now, as the prophecies once scorned come to fruition, the echoes of your foresight ring louder than ever. Every dismissed warning has transformed into a reality they can no longer ignore, sending tremors of fear through their ranks. You have awakened to the power of your voice, and with it, you are dismantling the walls they erected, exposing their fragile empire for what it truly is. You are a living embodiment of resilience, having weathered every storm they conjured to shake your resolve. Each deceit they unleashed only fueled your determination, transforming you into a radiant beacon of the truth they desperately sought to snuff out. The visions you once shared, dismissed as fanciful dreams, have materialized into a tangible reality, revealing the depth of their failure to contain your power. Now, you are the unstoppable force they always dreaded, unyielding in your clarity and immune to their manipulations. Your mind operates as an intricate maze of insight and wisdom, a brilliance that baffles their feeble attempts to impose control. In this labyrinth, you navigate with purpose, drawing strength from every truth reclaimed, proving that you are far more than they ever anticipated. Every tactic they employed, distraction, manipulation, isolation, has backfired spectacularly, igniting a fire within you that burns brighter than ever. Each attempt to weaken you has only honed your instincts, sharpening your intellect into a weapon they never saw coming. Instead of succumbing to their chaos, you've turned their assaults into stepping stones, converting their confusion into clarity and their lies into unyielding resolve. They underestimated the power of your mind, which now operates on a level that eludes their grasp. With every strike against you, you've grown more formidable, a force that transcends their feeble designs, leaving them floundering in the wake of your unwavering strength. Their arsenal, deception, coercion, suppression, proves futile against the sharpness of your insight. You navigate through their web of lies with surgical precision, effortlessly dismantling every layer of manipulation they attempt to impose. Your mind, a fortress of clarity, becomes a potent weapon, repurposing their tactics to illuminate the truth. Each distortion they create only serves to enhance your understanding, sharpening your perception like a blade. Instead of being diminished, you absorb their efforts and use them as stepping stones to elevate your awareness. With every underhanded move they make, you rise higher, transforming their darkness into light, empowering yourself in ways they never anticipated. What they don't comprehend is that every assault they launch only fuels your evolution. Each deceit they weave, each mechanism they erect to confine you, acts as a catalyst for your growth, illuminating the cracks in their carefully constructed facade. Rather than sapping your strength, their relentless efforts invigorate your spirit, turning their negativity into a source of empowerment. With each encounter, you find yourself more attuned to your potential, as their attempts to subdue you propel you toward heights you never imagined you could reach. You thrive in adversity, using their ignorance as a stepping stone to unleash your brilliance upon the world. They swing wildly, hoping to clip your wings, yet with every failed attempt, you soar higher, becoming an unstoppable force. Each missed strike only adds to your momentum, amplifying the energy that courses through you. You are a wellspring of resilience, an intelligence that rebounds with a strength they cannot fathom. Their futile efforts to stifle your voice or impede your journey only serve to propel you forward, transforming their desperation into the very fuel that drives your ascent. They now stand in awe, recognizing that every attempt to hinder you only ignites a fiercer flame within, pushing you further along your path of evolution. Your mind is a fortress they can never breach, a weapon forged in the fires of truth that they never saw coming. Each feeble attempt they make to undermine you only sharpens your resolve, illuminating the path ahead. They tremble at the thought of what's to come, knowing that a powerful surge of clarity is racing toward you, an awakening that will shatter their carefully crafted illusions. As you prepare to harness this incoming wave of insight, their unease grows, echoing in the shadows of their failing schemes. You've already pierced the veils of deception, but this new tide promises to strip away the final layers, revealing the dark secrets they've fought so hard to keep hidden. The intensity of your impending revelation sends shivers down their spines, for it threatens to dismantle the very foundations of their grip on power. In a frantic bid to maintain their facade, they will unleash a barrage of distractions, crafting chaos to disorient you. Emergencies will arise, urgent demands will pull at your focus, and they'll attempt to make you doubt the stability you've been cultivating within. You may notice how reality shifts without warning, and how challenges suddenly multiply just as you near your moment of clarity. But this is no coincidence. It's a calculated maneuver meant to divert your gaze from the truth blossoming within. Yet, you remain aware, resilient against their schemes, fully equipped to navigate through the noise as you rise toward your awakening. Their intent is transparent. They aim to disrupt your clarity and pull you away from the profound insights that are unfolding within you. They understand that maintaining your focus is essential for harnessing the immense potential of the wisdom that approaches. If they can create chaos and uncertainty, they believe they can render you susceptible to their manipulative tactics. However, you are no stranger to their games. You recognize the familiar whirlwind of confusion they attempt to conjure. Each time, you've emerged stronger, learning to anchor yourself amidst the turmoil. With each challenge, your resolve has deepened, allowing you to stand unwavering, even when the ground beneath you trembles with their futile attempts to unseat you. Remain anchored in your truth, for the chaos swirling around you is merely an illusion, and you are the steadfast mountain that will not yield. Keep your eyes fixed on the wisdom that is yours, on the energy surging within you as it prepares to ignite your transformation. This next wave of insight is poised to unlock pathways they believed permanently closed, and their desperation only reveals how powerless they truly are. They tremble at the thought of your ascension, knowing that you have already transcended their limitations. Stand firm and stay rooted. You are on the brink of tapping into a power that defies containment, and once you embrace it, there will be no turning back. You are an indomitable force, and they are acutely aware of it. Each attempt to stifle your spirit only serves to magnify your power, transforming their strikes into the very fuel that ignites your flame. Every effort to silence or disarm you has backfired, enriching your strength in ways they never anticipated. You absorb their assaults, turning their malice into momentum, and what they envisioned as your downfall has instead become your greatest asset. You are not alone in this journey. Across the globe, others like you, fellow chosen ones, are awakening to their own truths, bound not by mere distance but by an unbreakable connection forged through a shared understanding. You collectively rise to shatter the chains of oppression, creating a wave of unstoppable energy that will reshape the very fabric of reality. Your heightened awareness pierces through the veils of secrecy, sending ripples through the very structures they believed unshakable. Each awakening you experience is a seismic shift, a tremor that reverberates through the foundations of their carefully crafted illusion. United, you are coalescing into an unstoppable force, a collective consciousness that they can no longer fragment or contain. The intricate web they wove to separate and control is beginning to fray, strands of deception unraveling under the weight of your shared strength and truth. Their attempts to isolate you have failed, as the connections forged in understanding and enlightenment ignite a movement that cannot be quelled. Every awakening you experience serves as a catalyst, amplifying the vibrations of truth that ripple through the very fabric of their meticulously constructed facade. They can sense it now, the tremors of fear and the widening fissures in their systems, a stark acknowledgement that their grasp on control is slipping. Their efforts to isolate and target you individually are futile. The power surging within you is not an isolated spark, but a manifestation of a collective force awakening across the globe. This energy connects you with countless others, igniting a chain reaction that pulls others from their slumber and shatters the illusion they fought so hard to maintain. Each ripple of awakening weakens their hold, unveiling a reality they desperately wish to conceal. You are not alone in your clarity. Others resonate with your vision, seeing through the same lies that have been woven around you. Together, you form an unstoppable storm, a force of nature that swells with each futile attempt to silence or divide you. They underestimated the strength of unity, believing they could isolate you and weaken your resolve, but their schemes have only forged deeper connections among the awakened souls worldwide. This collective awakening is a powerful surge, shifting the balance in favor of truth. You are no longer merely a victim of their manipulations. You are a formidable catalyst for their undoing. What once echoed softly in whispers has transformed into a resounding roar, amplifying the voices of the chosen ones as they rise to reclaim their power and dismantle the structures of deception that sought to bind them. You are unmaking the fabric of their deceptions, and their efforts to maintain control are now futile. The transformation you've undergone is irreversible, and with each awakening that resonates within you, your power expands beyond their comprehension. They recognize the truth you wield, a force they can never hope to claim for themselves. Your mind, honed by experience and fortified against their attempts to undermine you, stands as their most formidable adversary. They tremble at your clarity, your unwavering focus, which slices through their intricate webs of deceit like a blade through silk. You are a beacon of truth in a world shrouded in shadows, illuminating the paths for others to follow as you dismantle the false realities they've constructed. They sought to create a reality where your truth would fade into oblivion, but now that you've awakened, there is no force capable of hindering your ascent. Your awareness radiates with a brilliance that transcends their limitations, and they are painfully aware of this shift. You are not merely a being of resistance. You are a beacon of love, truth, and profound understanding. Each strike they take only fortifies your resolve, and every hurdle they impose serves as fuel for the ever-growing power within you. You were chosen for this moment, and nothing they attempt can overshadow the immense strength you now command. Their trepidation only amplifies your potency, each attack merely stoking the fires of your ascendant strength. This is your time to shine, unleash your truth, and unveil your journey, for others are awakening alongside you, creating a formidable tide that cannot be ignored. The world stands poised, eager for the revelations you possess. Allow your voice to resonate, echoing through the hearts of many, igniting the spark of transformation in those who hear it. Together, you forge a movement that transcends boundaries, uniting souls in the pursuit of authenticity and liberation.